I don't care about years ago. This one is 40 off an Achilles surgery. He is not mobile. He doesn't leave a 3 to 4 foot radius. He is closer to Kirk Cousins than Patrick Mahomes athletically right now. He has a below average offensive coordinator. They have no tight end production at all. He's prickly, and they have one elite receiver. Cross your fingers he's never hurt. But the rolling, mobile, athletic Aaron Rodgers in Green Bay, that's over. That's high school, JUCO, Cal, Green Bay in his prime. That's over. He didn't move much as last year in Green Bay. This Jets offense, let's just talk offense, is the third most explosive in their division. I'll give them the edge over New England. But they don't have a Josh Allen. They don't have a Tyreek Hill, a Jaden Wall at the other side, Mike McDaniel as a coach. It's the third best offense in their division, and it's an offensive league. The Jets scored 13 points. They had one legitimate drive. The other touchdown was on a free pass, which I'm told last night Aaron's the best quarterback ever at the free pass. I've got my theories why. There's nothing to lose. He hates throwing interceptions. Let's throw it downfield aggressively. But I guess the good news is now it's Will Levis, Bo Nix, Jacoby Brissett, Sam Darnold on deck. And Aaron, again, it can be pretty. He can still sling it with time. But the structure around him is so weak. You have a defensive head coach who looked overmatched last night. San Francisco did whatever it wanted to. You have an offensive coordinator who's completely over his head. You have a so-so offensive line. It appears to be okay. And again, one great wide receiver. The Jets bought in Aaron to be the savior, but he that's not his personality. He wasn't a savior in Green Bay. What was he saving? They were great the last year of Brett Favre. He wasn't saving anything. That's not his personality. Saviors are people that put things on their shoulders, and Aaron's aloof. He's already eye-rolling his two best friends on the team, Nat Hackett and Alan Lazardi, eye-rolled both last night. He's not a savior. Now, it should be noted, he's never been great recently in week one. His last 4 week one games, he's been atrocious, completing under 60% of his throws, a passer rating of 60. He's a bad week one quarterback, and my guess is he is one of the more distracted off-season quarterbacks. So he does not come to camp as focused as, Brady in his prime or Manning in his prime or Mahomes in his prime. But I don't see anything. I've watched football since last Thursday. I saw Kansas City's offense and Baltimore and Philadelphia and Green Bay, and I'm watching Dallas and I'm watching San Francisco. I don't see depth of playmakers. I don't see an elusive quarterback. I don't see brilliant schemes, unbelievable play calling. I don't see it. I don't. This is not close to a top 10 offense. And this Aaron, again, this Aaron isn't the Aaron you remember fondly or the one in Ian O'Connor's book. This is old, 40 off a surgery, one elite receiver, below average play caller Aaron Rodgers. Here he was after the mess.
We expect greatness when we step on the field. There were moments for sure. The moments that felt really good, but not sustained. I think a lot of stuff's correctable, which is great for coaches. It's frustrating for players because we know how close we were / are. This is a tough opener for us, travel-wise and schedule-wise, but no excuses. We got to play better. I got to play better.
Now there's the other quarterback, Brock Purdy, who, by the way, as a starter, is 18-4 with a passer rating of 113. J-Mac loves him. I'm okay with him. But he does, and last night was another example. He stays on script and he executes. This offensive roster, it's insane. It's stacked. Tight end's good. The backup running back's good. The left tackle's the best ever. Debo, Jennings, Ayuk, Kittle, the other tight end. They didn't even have their best offensive player last night. He doesn't need more horsepower. It's provided at left tackle, at running back 1, at running back 2. From the head coach, Brandon Ayuk, Debo Samuel, George Kittle. He doesn't need more horsepower. You can argue it's the jockey or it's the horse. All I know is a horse. San Francisco's offense is Seattle Slew meets Secretariat meets Seabiscuit. It's Pro Bowlers everywhere. So what do I need more horsepower for? The Patriots built a dynasty on do your job. And that is exactly what Brock Purdy does. He does his job. The read, accurate, throw it to the right place, get it to the playmakers. There is no PR guy behind the scenes talking to Shanahan and John Lynch saying, we need a new campaign. Let Purdy cook. He's not interested. He's more prep cook than chef. Back, read, distribute, playmakers do the rest. He's the classic postman. He delivers the gifts on time. You can give him the credit. You can give the players the credit. But I will say this. I think he's literally the perfect quarterback for Kyle Shanahan. Remember, not anybody can do this. Let's be fair. They wanted Trey Lance. They gave up so much draft capital. They wanted somebody else to do it. And he couldn't. And Brock Purdy does. And I love watching San Francisco's offense with Brock Purdy. He doesn't have a ton of horsepower, doesn't have a huge arm. He moves okay, not great. He's not Lamar, Kyler, Josh Allen, but that's okay. He doesn't ad-lib out of the play. Let's be honest, when you watch San Francisco and you can watch their second running back look like a top 5 running back in the league, a lot of this is Shanahan. You know, I always said this offense is Shanahan and Christian McCaffrey. After last night, it feels more Shanahan than Christian McCaffrey. So not anybody can do this. Brock Purdy does. It's just symphonic. It's beautiful. It's fun to watch. And here was Kyle Shanahan on his great, always throwing to the right spot, doing the right thing, reading the right target quarterback, Brock Purdy.
He seemed very, very good. I mean, there was many plays that he left out there. I thought he made some big-time plays. I mean, there towards the end, got a little conservative, just felt that we had the game and wanted to focus on winning the game, so we didn't have him do a lot there at the end, and he was very smart with the ball and made sure that there was no chance for them to get back in the game.
Brock Purdy is always smart with the ball. We had Tom Brady on a couple of weeks ago, and we asked him, what is the secret sauce for young quarterbacks? And Tom said it's all above the shoulders. See it, read it, let it rip, execute. We spend so much time on size and moving and horsepower. And yeah, I watch Brock Purdy. This is the most fun I can have watching NFL football is watching the Niners offense. Would it be better if he was 6'6" and wildly athletic and not nearly as, reliably accurate? Deep shots down the field that were incomplete? When I watch this, it's like that's how football should be played. And it feels like not only is Purdy lucky to have Shanahan as his first coach, but Shanahan feels like he's lucky to have Brock Purdy. Incredibly coachable, always throws it to the right place, always on time, nicely packaged, perfect for the playmakers to execute after they get the ball. So, but the bigger issue for the Jets is not just Aaron Rodgers. Again, the schedule gets really weak now. So that should mean they won't need Aaron to do a lot of lifting. But can I ask a question? Robert Saleh is a defensive coach. What was that defensively? I'll try to explain it and unwrap what I watched with the Jets defense last night. Coming up next. Herd hierarchy 45 minutes from now. Your child might not be using a credit card. Hope not. But that doesn't mean they're safe from identity theft. Nope. Cyber criminals often target kids because it can take years before anybody notices loans have been taken out in their name. Help keep them safe by checking their credit card report and freezing their credit. Lots of places can accidentally expose your personal info. LifeLock, however, monitors millions of data points a second for risks to your identity. And it's important to understand how cybercrime and identity theft are affecting our lives. People can take loans out in your name. If you're a victim, become one. A U.S.-based restoration specialist from LifeLock will work to fix it. Terms apply. Protect Protect yourself up to 40% off your first year with LifeLock. Join now